Hello YouTube world, this is Dantastic doing stuff. I am Dantastic, and today I'm making videos with my kids, bringing glory to God, helping you out in this chaotic timeline of joy and excitement that we call life. So if you like, there's my dogs, if you like Ridgebacks, if you like a laugh, or if you like DIY, this is the channel for you. Thank you to all of you who subscribe, and if you haven't, please do. Today we're working on a 2013 Chrysler Town & Country, putting some struts on. I got my mustache, got my shirt tucked in. All I'm missing is the white New Balance shoes to teach you how to do some dad stuff. So here we go. Let's talk tools. These are tools that you will need to replace the struts, or at least the tools that I use to replace the struts on my Town & Country. Always have a rag. Obviously you're going to need some sort of jack, a hammer. I used a breaker bar. If you have an impact, lucky you, that's even better. A couple sockets, because a breaker bar can be a pain in the butt. Some flathead screwdrivers. This is for the stabilizer bar backing. You see how I already have it notched? That way I don't get into that ball joint rubber. I don't want to destroy that. So mine's notched. If you have something thin, that'll work. We have a 21, a 13, a 15, a 10, and an 18. Those are all the sockets you will use unless you take the wheel, the hub assembly off, and then you will also need a 32. Can you zoom in on that? Yep, a 32. But I just jack up the bottom part so I don't take that off. As you may not know, is this one. That is for the windshield wiper. I did not have any luck with that, but if you are going to take the windshield wiper off, I would suggest you order this on Amazon or something, because I went to 3 different stores trying to find that and it did not work. Somewhere to put, could be Tupperware, can be a magnetic ball, anywhere to put all your bolts. Flashlight, obviously you need PB blaster, Croyle, WD-40, whatever you want to use, especially if you're in the north like I am with all the salt, and your struts. I got my struts at Summit Racing. They'll ship it right to you for free if you spend so much, and guess what? Buying 2 of these does qualify you to get free shipping. First things first, let's look underneath. I already have the tire off, and there are a few bolts you're going to have to remove. Not very many. This is an easy job, like I said. You have to remove that one, that, its partner. You have a bolt right here to remove, and this one. And then underneath the hood, there's a few more we have to remove, but we'll look at these first. And you have to have some sort of backup on it. Little by little, it'll start loosening up, but without that backer wrench, you're not gonna get very far. All right. I got this bolt out already, and I forgot to show you that you do have to hit them with a hammer. So you just come down here. If you look at it, it's a flat top, but you just tap it out. And then once it comes out that far, you just unthread it if it won't pull the rest. Bada boom. You saw underneath where all the bolts we have to take out on the bottom, and we do have to take this rain guard off as well. There's a spot on both sides where you can get a flathead screwdriver under there and pop these off. Next, I gotta take this off. That's pretty simple, it unscrews. And then this clip pops out, and I gotta get these off. And I'll show you later the bolts we gotta remove on top to get the strut out. This is the top of the strut. And to remove these, you're going to use, let's get that nice and close, the 13 millimeter. Fits right over it. Remove those, but remember, you have nothing connected on the bottom, so hold it or do something on the bottom so it doesn't just fall off and maybe hit your toe or hit something you don't want it to hit. I was unable to get the windshield wiper off. This is the one I used the first, the one I had around the house. It was too small, so I went to 3 or 4 different stores looking for this one. I sprayed it with PB blaster and everything, and it still would not come off. So I cheated it. I went up underneath here, and I was able to get the bolts off. And I have my son here, he's going to put it up in there, the new shock that is. And I'm just going to reach in here. This is not the ideal way by any means. and put those in. So I'll be back in a minute. Down here, I put a jack stand under there just to help hold it up. I do not have a lot of pressure on there. So don't think I'm telling you to use that as a jacking point. It's just kind of helping me hold it up. I got it in place. Push a little bit. Have to do a little wiggle. Give it the old wiggle waggle. Then you'll have to hit that in with the hammer. Put the bottom one in. Bottom one is slotted, so I have to push that back quite a bit. Or pull this, there we go. That was easier out. Pull that to us. To put a jack underneath to lift this up. Your measurement between the top and here is roughly 14 inches. So when I was jacking up, I was making sure none of my wires were getting pulled, none of the hoses were getting put in a bind. Just keep that in mind as you move this up. What I'm going to do is tighten this. I'm going to hold the back just like I did the first time, and be careful not to break the rubber right here. I forgot to mention that when I was taking it off. So careful not to break that rubber. I'm going to tighten this, tighten that, put my little clip back on there with that little bolt nut, and bada boom, put the tire back on, and this one's done. Got everything back together. All the bolts are back on. Now one thing you need to know is that your strut, when you put it up in the full holes up top, it may be cocked one way or another. So all you have to do, I should have shown you this, but it's already bolted up again. All you do is spin it. You can spin this left or right. That's not an issue. You will not break it. Job is complete, and I did not even mess up the old mustache. Remember, if one person can do it, so can another. If I helped you out, give me the old thumbs up. Hopefully I saved you some money. Give you a few tips here and there. Summit Racing is the cheapest place that I found to buy these parts. And get your tools ahead of time, set yourself up for success. God bless. Have a nice day.